Okay, I recently found this trend that's been going around that actually is ridiculous and kind of sad, where men and women are trying to catfish their partners. I don't get it. If you can't trust your partner, if your relationship is so bad, if it is in such a state that you feel the need to be investigating your partner to the degree that you're pretending to be something you're not and someone you're not, if you can't trust them, if you're going to those extremes to catch your partner with somebody else, what the hell are you doing with them? Why are you still together? Do you know the basics of any relationship is trust? It's not honesty. Everyone sits there and says, oh, the basics of relationships are trust and honesty. It's not. If you're in a monogamous relationship, honesty is not in your relationship. 100% honesty will never be there. You'll never have it. And you're deluding yourself if you believe there are. Because neither partner will ever be 100% honest with each other. They just won't. If you are in a monogamous relationship, you will never be 100% honest with your partners. And you know it. Stop deluding yourself that honesty is a core of a relationship, because it's not. Trust is. Loyalty is. You know, if you can't trust your partner, what the fuck are you doing with them? If you're in a monogamous relationship, if you're in any relationship and if they can't be loyal, why are you still together? If you're going to extremes to try to catch them cheating because you're monogamous, why are you still together? If you are going through each other's phones because you feel so insecure in your relationship, why are you with them? You don't belong together. It's toxic. Get out. You should never be in a relationship if you are not 100% happy on your own. Because if you're not 100% happy on your own, you will never be happy in a relationship. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. Because no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter what happens in your life, you always take your miserable self with you. So if you cannot be 100% happy on your own, you will never be happy with someone else, ever. So before you get into a relationship, trust yourself, know yourself, be happy with yourself and love yourself. Then and only then can you honestly, truthfully and openly love somebody else. And it doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, or they, them. It doesn't matter. You have to be at peace with yourself, love who you are, and be happy with who you are before that happens. Once that happens and you're in that relationship, if you can't trust them and you're starting to doubt everything that you are and going against everything that you know is right to try to catch them out, by catfishing or by going through their phones, starting random arguments. If your relationship is falling apart around you, You can't trust them. You can't trust yourself. Your relationship is over. Why are you still together? Why can't you just walk away? What is it that's stopping you? I know that there are some people that think that it hasn't run its course yet, or if I just leave it a bit longer, it will change. It won't. If you're going to those extremes because you don't trust them, it's not going to change. And if you do catch them, what then? What happens then? You've caught them cheating. You know they're cheating. You've seen it. You've done it. You've been part of it. What then? Your heart's broken. And you do what? You yell, you scream, you shout. You knew it was coming. And then you do what? You walk away for how long before he or she does what? Begs and begs and begs and tells you it was only that one time, it'll never happen again. And because you love them, you take them back. And then you spend your life doubting every word, every time they go out, every phone call, every text, because you can't trust them. So do yourselves and your lives and your partners and your families a favour. If you've got kids involved in all of this, you're hurting them, you're hurting yourselves, because watching their parents go at each other, watching their parents go against each other's characters, destroys kids. One thing I know for an absolute fact: parents are better parents when they are happy parents. And if you are miserable together, be happy apart. The kids won't care as long as you parent properly. And that means that you're not toxic towards each other, that you are polite, you are pleasant, you can not yell, scream and shout at each other every time you're in the same room. You can co-parent properly and not be toxic towards each other or towards the kids. If you have to separate to be happy and you have kids, do the right thing to them. Be polite, be pleasant. Never, under any circumstances, say a bad word against the other parent, because your kids are part of them. And if you understand that your kids are part of them, you can't say a bad word against them, because your kids, you got to love all of them. You got to love all your kids, every single part of them. And if you love every single part of your kids, you can't say a bad word against your partner. Ever. Because they are part of both of you. But it doesn't mean you should always be together. So if you are miserable partners, if you are going to extremes to try and catch each other cheating, going through each other's phones, trying to catfish, trying to do this, that and the other, going against each other, yelling, screaming, shouting, kids or no kids, it doesn't matter how your relationship works or how many years you've been together, how many weeks you've been together, or how many months you've been together. Married, not married, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you've only been together for 2 weeks. If you are getting to a point, if you have got to a point where you are looking through each other's phones, walk away right now. It's not worth it. And if you've been together for 10, 15 years, and you've gotten to that point, yelling, screaming, shouting, it's time to walk away for everybody's sake. It's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. But it's better to be happy apart than miserable together. And that's something I've always known. Something I learned a long time ago. Take care.